Hey, call me back.
Be
Finally, it's
back
been a minute.
again. It's yeah.
It's been a minute. It's been a
But
minute.
it don't matter. Better late than never. We back
Mm.
again and I'm excited. I'm just how are you? How are you?
I mean, like, I was feeling good. I was vibing. I
Was
was. And then,
best.
life was like, boom, add spice, sauce. I was like, I didn't need all that. You add too much. I didn't want all that.
What?
I didn't want to ask.
Ship it back.
Return to sender who sent this, who don't like me.
Jesus.
That. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
not giving.
Yeah.
Not giving.
Life has a way of doing that. It's full of ups and downs, ups and
It
downs. Like
does.
for me,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start by saying I won't complain. I'm a little bit frustrated, a little bit annoyed by people that I'm having to like interact with. And I don't mean like
Mm.
family. I mean like people that I need to
People,
interact with for stuff. People,
them,
them.
them.
They're not doing their job, girl.
Mm.
And I'm just like,
It's not very cutesy.
it's not very professional. Like, do your job.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like little things that are happening around me and it's impacting me. And I'm just like, because I'm finally on my stuff. I'm finally like getting things done, handling business, really excited about this next chapter of my life, really excited about the things that are coming. So I'm just like, get on it,
Mm-hmm.
do your job.
That that's me though. Right now, I'm gonna like keep it very authentic.
Hey,
That's me right now. Like I'm feeling what? Disconnect. I'm
disconnect.
like, why? Why?
Girl.
Why are you here?
Nobody talks about this. I feel like when
Mm-hmm.
they talk about adulthood, nobody tells you about this feeling, this
No.
experience, this disconnect. What is that? Like, what is that?
Yeah. I think
Like,
like the best way to describe it is, when you're walking, you have like a shadow of yourself, and it's your shadow self. And I feel like you are following me, and I like the way you're following me because
mm,
I'm carrying it, and it's becoming a burden, and I want you
yeah,
off, because you're not merging, merging the way I need you to, and it's affecting my real life.
yeah.
And you shadow self, not real, not real. And it internally doesn't feel good. How do we let you go? I don't want you here. I like Halloween, but not 345 days of the year. Like it's ironic because like I have Wednesday
Yeah,
on today,
yeah, yeah.
but
Shout out to Wednesday. My brother would love that. He's a
we
big
love
fan.
her.
Yeah.
We love her.
Hey.
I got this shirt from Target, and if I'm gonna be honest, I got it from the men's section. Okay, for
That's
$4.
fine.
For four
Do your
dollars.
thing, girl. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
Yes. So
Yeah.
anyway, my point is like my shadow self.
Go.
I'd leave. Why
Yeah.
are you here? I didn't invite you here. You came here without an invitation, and you're affecting me. I don't like that.
Yeah. It sounds like almost like a dark cloud. I just kind
Mm.
of like,
And it's the
you see
rain.
that
It won't go away.
commercial
Yes.
that and it's like and the commercial that I've seen in the past is like it's depression. They call it they're
Yeah.
diagnosing it as depression. So I mean, but I feel like this like phenomenon, this thing we're talking about, like yes, I feel like we know what depression is. We've
Hmm.
experienced that. We know what that is. We know what anxiety is. And we've even like had episodes where we've talked about those things. We've talked about it. But this is a little bit different. Like
Hmm.
the best way that we like have identified it is like just like
It's that
disconnect.
disconnect. It's
Like something internal is just not clicking. It's not clicking. It's not happening. Something is, you can't put your finger on it.
I
Something
can't.
is missing.
And it's
What
like
is it?
so many times people will be like, okay, tell
Like,
me what you're
what is
feeling.
it? Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. I can't tell you what I'm feeling. I'm
That's
not really sad.
frustrating.
I'm not depressed. I'm not. I'm just I'm
Not
not
yourself.
I'm not myself. I'm not in tune with myself. And that feeling's like, oh, ew, it's yucky. It's icky.
Icky.
I'm giving myself an
And
ick.
it,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
yeah. And please don't mistake my laugh for like laughing at you. I've
Oh no, I know.
been there. Like,
It's
it's
like
just, it's
I
crazy. It's crazy how you feel that way and you experience all of that within yourself. And it's like, you can't even like, you can't like bring yourself out of it. Like, how do I get out of this? You can't. Like,
you
what is
can't.
it? You know,
And it's
I've definitely felt that way at different times in my life. Not right now, thank God. And I
it's not a
empathize for
fun
you.
feeling.
No, it's not.
And it's like I don't want to just like lay in bed and cry. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling get off of me.
You
Like,
still have
and
fight.
I always shook, and I'm like, I want a man, and I want to be able to tell my man, you're breathing too hard. Get out of my space.
You want to be annoyed?
Get out of my space. But,
Hey, hey.
but
I
this
mean,
shadow self I have, I'm like, you in my space.
I'm
You're
not there
breathing,
yet. Like, I'm
you're
enjoying my
breathing
man
recently.
in my space. It's good
Yes.
stuff. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, like, eventually, yes, you're gonna get to that point where you're like, huh.
You're breathing too
but,
hard.
but we're not there yet. I'm just, you know.
Yeah. You're like, I love the way you
Mm.
breathe and you blink like,
That's where I
oh,
am right now. It's like I want
yeah.
to breathe the same air. Where are
That.
you?
I need you up on me.
Me up.
Let's go. Let's get out of here,
Right.
Friday.
What you doing next?
Yeah.
You know, that's where I'm at right now.
But, like this feeling I have now, it's like it's not cute.
No.
I don't want it anymore.
But it's a very real feeling. I feel like even though we were having a hard time like explaining it or like identifying exactly like what it is, I feel like the audience or at least someone watching is gonna be like, yes, I know that
That
feeling. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, yes, you know what I mean? And that's the one thing I love about like the conversations we have because it's like this is kind of like therapy for me sometimes, like where I can just like sit down with my friend and just like vent, talk about whatever's going on. You know what I mean? What's going on? And just like, yeah, I know you're not a professional, but it helps. It helps to not
it's
be
like, okay, let me get it
alone.
off. It's my chest off.
Yeah, like it just helps to know I'm not alone. And then like I'm expressing or I'm explaining myself, and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I know what you're talking about. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like validation. Or
Hmm.
maybe that's not the right word. I don't know what the word is right now. It's not coming
It's
to
like
me.
you get it off, and you're like,
Yeah.
like you're not carrying it.
Not alone anymore, no, or feeling like it's just me. I think one of the worst feelings in the world is when you're experiencing something, no matter what it is, and you feel alone. You feel like you're the only one that is experiencing that. You feel like nobody can relate, nobody can understand, no one can empathize, no one gets it. That is probably one of the worst experiences for me when I feel like I can't talk with someone or they don't get it. Like it's not, you know? So when I have someone that's like, yeah, I'm not experiencing that right now, but I've been there, girl. Like I know what you're talking about. It's like,
You
thank
feel
God.
me?
You know what I'm saying?
You feel
Yeah.
me? Oh,
Yeah.
Cause I
Yeah.
was feeling crazy for like, ooh,
2.5 cents.
ooh, 1, 2, 3 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
going on?
yeah.
Ugh.
And I wish I could tell you like there's a time period where it goes away. It eventually does. It eventually does. And like there's different things that you may have to do like outside of yourself, but like it doesn't last forever. There
No.
it's a season and hopefully it's not a long one. But it will pass, you know, that kind of thing. Like it will, it just don't feel like it right now, and it just doesn't feel good right now. It feels really like you said, icky. Like
Yucky. Ew. You giving me cooties. I
yeah.
don't want cooties.
So like how what are some of the things that I guess you have noticed that made you realize like you're feeling disconnected? Because I want to
I
make sure
think.
like the audience doesn't feel like confused. Like I
Um,
could share mine too. I'm happy to do that.
yeah, for me right now, I'm feeling like I'm not myself.
That's the big one.
Like, like I'm not myself. Even when I'm with myself, I still don't feel like myself. It's showing up in my performance at work. Or it's even, I think, like even my interactions with people in general, not outside of work, but like in general with friends. I'm like, mm, mm. And I have no problem with alone time, but even during my alone time, I'm like, I feel why are you here? Leave me. Like that shadow self that I'm calling it, the shadow self. I
Yeah.
feel like it's just following me and I'm carrying it and it feels heavy and I'm like here. And I'm in my head, in the worst way. Like I don't want to say I'm exactly spiraling, but I'm spiraling. And I'm like, oh, and I need you to leave. Like you've been here too long. Too long. You're getting too comfortable.
They shouldn't notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today, yesterday, I didn't invite you. You overstayed. You're welcome. Can you go? Please? You're not my man. You're not my person. You're not even a thing. You're not even real. Why are you here?
Yeah. And
Why,
I love
ew.
that you said that because you're not real. And so like I don't know much about the term shadow self or
That's what
whatever.
I'm
I think
calling it.
the concept I've heard of it before. I think the concept there is like the things within yourself, like the dark things, the things that are
It's like a
not
darkness.
resolved, that the things that you're struggling with, um, all of that is basically the concept of like your shadow self, or you know, I'm not sure what other terminology is used.
It's like a heavy load you're carrying with
So
you.
like all of that
Wait,
stuff that is a part of you too, but it's like the behind the scenes, like the
it's manipulating.
subconscious things. Yeah,
It's
even like your thinking, like your negative
mm,
thinking, all of that. I think we are kind of like referring, or we're talking about those things or whatever fits into that category. That's what we
mhm.
mean when we say that or say that. And I think it's just like when I look back on times where I was struggling with that, feeling that way, just not feeling myself. Like, so my, I guess, signs, if you will, was like same. I wasn't feeling myself. I felt very off, and I
Mhm,
couldn't really put my finger on like what it was. I couldn't
mhm.
identify what was wrong. Something was wrong, but what, you know?
And it's like it's invisible, and you're like, I
And
can't
you're
even grab.
you're able to still operate. You're able to still do
But you're not present
things.
enough.
Yeah. Like you're there, but you're not. In a way, it's like a shell of yourself a little bit.
Mm. But it's not
Um,
you.
no. And I
It's not
think
the
for
full
me, it
you.
was stress. under a lot of stress of like things that were happening in life around me that were really impacting me, and I couldn't rationalize it, understand it, figure it out, solve it, whatever. And so I think like I started to feel that way, like almost like what is that? Like dissociate, like disassociated from myself. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like you step out of yourself and you
Hmm.
continue to just go through the motions, and you show up, you wake up, you do your stuff, you go to work or whatever it is you got to do. Like you check all those boxes, you do it, but you're not really there. You've checked out mentally.
And for me, it's not, yeah, for me, it's not so much of stress. I think it's my presence. It's not there. And it's like, why is it not there? I've never felt this way. I've had seasons of depression.
Same.
I've had
Same.
moments of depression. I've had, okay, I'm in a slump and I can't get out of that
And it's
slump.
different. And that's what
This is
makes it
different.
hard. It is different because same. I've experienced depression, and I know that feeling. It's a very dark feeling that goes
Ooh.
on for a while, and it's more severe. It's more. This is not the same. It's
Mm-mm.
like it's related, but it's not the same. It's
Mm,
different.
it's
It's
like a
different.
sibling feeling.
That it's giving related. It's giving family.
It's giving fam. It's giving fam.
It's like the cousin.
It is.
Why?
It's a cousin that we don't really claim. Like, are you my cousin?
But
Are
it's
you
like,
my distant?
but what
Distant.
is it? Like, I feel like
Mm,
you see those commercials, and it's like, yeah, depression, anxiety, right. But like, what is this? Like,
what's
why is
that?
somebody talking about this? And then I'm not gonna
Mm,
look.
no,
And I wonder if people are like being misdiagnosed.
that's a very real thing.
Like, I
But
wonder.
so yes, I always say I'm a social work major, whatever. But I don't remember this in my DSM-5 shadow self. What is
Same, I'm a
that?
psych major, and I honestly don't. I'm just wondering if it's something that people have like, like labeled, or is this just something that we are experiencing like as a people, and it's a new concept. I know, I feel like it's not new. I feel like people get this, people have been there, people will relate and understand, but like
Mhm.
I just wonder if it's like it's just kind of put in the same
It's a
category as
criteria.
depression.
It's a criteria. Like depression has, like when you're diagnosed, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have my MSW yet, but there's a criteria. Like there's like, and you're
Yeah,
like, that
yeah,
fits for
right.
depression. This is not that. I
Nah, it's not.
feel
It's not.
it's not that for
It's not.
me.
No.
Because I have been depressed where I just want to lay in
And do
bed
nothing.
and
And you
nothing
can't
don't.
bring yourself. You
Uh-uh.
cannot physically bring yourself. There are other uh symptoms and signs that manifest themselves when it comes to depression. And like I said, I feel like they're a lot more severe. With this, like you can still get up, you can go through the emotions. And I'm not saying you can't do that when you're depressed, because people do it all the time. But I'm
Mhm.
saying like this feeling of like it feels empty. That was one thing I felt. I felt very empty.
It does feel
Empty,
empty.
like I had nothing inside.
Like
I felt like no
I
feelings almost.
it's like that's what I'm saying. Like I can't grab it. I can't grab. I can't touch. I can't feel. I feel it here, but I know it's not there. It's
Mhm.
like it's almost
You're
like an
not
imagination.
angry. You're
Not
not
angry.
you're not angry. You're not
I'm a,
sad. I was frustrated, but I was frustrated because I couldn't figure it out.
I'm frustrated because I can't figure out my feeling. I can't describe that feeling.
It's
What
like
are
even on
you?
that little movie, the movie that recently
Yeah,
came out. You know what I'm talking about? I haven't seen it. But I feel like it wasn't even like an emotion that showed up on the list. Like it was a
It
full
wasn't.
list. It wasn't there.
It wasn't. What are you?
Are
Why don't you have names?
are we like exposing ourselves? Do we struggle with like some mental?
No, I think everyone has it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know that if I lay in bed, this feeling would make me worse.
Yeah.
But
for
when
sure.
I'm depressed, laying in bed is what I need.
It's the
I
only
need
thing you really can do sometimes.
do. Right.
You know.
But this feeling is not that.
No. Like you can still you get up, you wash, you take
I'm
care
still
of your
functioning. I'm
hygiene,
still functioning.
you still do the things you need to do. Like, you know.
But I'm not doing it enough. I'm not active. I'm not doing it enough. I'm not connected enough. I'm not regulated enough.
Maybe it's fulfillment. I don't know.
Like
I
I'm doing just enough. Just enough, but not enough. Go away.
Happiness, like.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, girl. I'm gonna like reveal, even though I tell the internet too much.
You in my business.
No, like I'm excited about the way life is going.
Yeah.
I'm talking to someone. I have a little bit of a cute crush.
Love that for you.
I have a little crush.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it's new and it's exciting, and that's fun.
Right.
That's good.
Good. Check.
The only thing, the work check, yes. However, me at work, that
Not the best.
I'm not the best. Me, not the job itself, but me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a disconnect. But everything looks good. Everything is good. It's the best it's been
In a long time.
in a long time. But me is missing.
Could it be like your mindset is just kind of like carrying over from the previous like extended period of time where things were not good? And it's just like you have not,
And
like
I
your mind
feel
hasn't
like,
caught up to the life that
yeah,
you're
I
living
feel
now?
like, yes, I feel like I'm kind of like self-sabotaging, but not
That's a real
intentionally.
thing. That's a thing.
I'm not intentionally doing that.
I've done that.
And I'm like oblivious to why am I doing that? And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm giving myself an ick. Ew. And I need to like, you know those glow sticks where you snap them and they glow?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I need it to glow and regulate and shadow self needs to go. You're not, I can't.
So I guess that would lead me to another kind of question of, okay, now that you have identified something, this thing, what did you, we'll call it. That's literally like Halloween, you know, the movie. Okay, we're gonna call this show. But on a serious like sidebar, now that you've identified it, what's next? Like, how do you navigate through this? Because we talked about how it and like shadow is like the negative thinking, the experiences, all of that, like the trauma, whatever that's kind of hidden behind the scenes that you carry with you every day. That unresolved stuff, like what do you do with all of that?
With
and
my
how are you like how are you navigating that? Have you thought about that or figured out what you can do? Because I don't want to leave our audience or you or myself feeling like hopeless. Like it's not hopeless. We can't get out of this. It doesn't last forever. It does not.
I don't have time, though.
It's not.
I don't have the time.
It doesn't.
Time don't have.
It doesn't last. I promise. But while you're in it, it's real. It's very
You know
real.
what I think I'm gonna do? And it's something I haven't done in a really long time, and I used to do it all the time. Journal.
That's a good one.
I think I'm gonna write a letter to it and be like, I don't know, I'm not gonna like explain it in detail, but I'll be like, it, dear, it, I don't like you. Um,
You're gonna go off on it.
I'm gonna pop off. I think I need to show that like Latina temper, and like I think me and it need to have heart to heart, need to cuss you out respectfully and not respectfully, disrespectfully,
Let it know.
all.
Like,
Yeah,
let it know you have to go. Yeah,
you gotta
I
go.
love that. I think that is a beautiful like concept idea. Journaling, it really does help. It's not really something that has helped me in the past, and I never really done it, like actively practice
I've
doing it.
brought journals though, girl. I just
That
don't
I've
use them.
tried, it didn't
I have it in my
stick.
bag.
It didn't work for me, but I feel like it works for other people. So like that I think is a beautiful like idea, and I would encourage you to do that. Like
Hmm.
I know for me in times where I was feeling like I would color. So I bought like a full coloring books that, and mine was, well, it still is. I still have it. Um, it's all of these really beautiful black women with different like hairstyles and like wraps and
Yes, I
everything.
saw
It's
them
just
on TikTok,
it's
girl.
culturally like relative to me,
Yes.
and so I feel connected. And when I was
Mine
feeling
is
like that,
Disney, of
I
course.
love that for you. That makes sense. But that I would color, and I not only did that like physically, like bought on Amazon the book, but also I like downloaded the app on my iPad, and sometimes I
Mhm.
would do that too.
Yeah,
And surprisingly, it can be very therapeutic, like
I
for
miss it.
me.
I used to do that.
For me, and I'm not
And I
saying it works for everyone, but I just feel like
and
it's worth
reading.
us throwing stuff out there.
If
Yeah,
if y'all follow me on like my personal Instagram, I read a lot.
I used to. I
I stopped
really
for the last few
am.
months. I stopped. Now I'm like, I need
Years
to
for
get
me.
back. Oh, girl.
I
But
know.
now I'm like, I need to get back to reading. I need
Exercise
to
that
do,
brain.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exercise that brain, disconnect from life, and like the harsh realities. Sometimes it's nice to just get lost in like a
Another
fantasy or
reality.
something else, and just kind of
Yeah.
like take like a mental break from all of this and
Hmm.
just, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
sometimes we need that. It's okay.
I need
It's
that.
okay.
I need that.
I do too. I'm gonna tell like for people like me, I have ADHD and I really struggle sometimes with like concentration and focusing, and reading became like a challenge for me. I can't do it, obviously, and I used to love reading growing up. And when I became an adult and I went into college, my symptoms, my experience as it relates to ADHD really just like
Showing up.
manifest. Woo!
It was
In a
like,
in a
hi, I'm here.
major way.
Present.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still haven't, like, as an adult in my 30s, completely figured it out. Like, I
Mhm.
still struggle every day with certain things. But that was one of the things that I noticed right away when it came to like reading and retention. Like, retention is just, it's not
Mhm.
there anymore. So
And I
it's a
think
it's a
we have
challenge
to
for me.
show ourselves some grace.
We do.
We learn things about ourselves every day. That's okay.
Yes. 100%.
So,
You said
um,
something to me. I don't know how much you want to talk about it, but we've mentioned it several times in different conversations. And the other thing I would say is therapy. In the past, I was
yes.
actively in therapy. Lately, I've had some disconnects. That
Oh, with the
unfortunate
therapist, with the
with the
therapist or yourself.
therapist. So
Oh,
and I just want to say, like, if that's your experience too, I get it. It happens and it should not. It's really unfortunate, but I don't want that to like discourage you from continuing with your journey and pursuing therapy and the help you need. Therapists are people too, and they're human. And no,
Yeah.
that's not an excuse, but that's the reality of the situation. We are interacting with human beings, and sometimes people will disappoint you, or it just doesn't fit, it doesn't work. So
Hmm.
I said all of that just like as a caution. It happens, that's my experience right now. I'm trying to figure out like
Your next
pivot,
move.
you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Pivot, because I do find therapy to be helpful. I do. I think it's a
Well,
great tool to have.
yes.
Navigating something
And
like this too.
this is one thing we talked about today's episode is having positive outlets. So that, and I want to mention, like now, I'm a therapy girly.
Yeah.
I
I'm
finally
so
did.
excited for you. I love that for you because I know your experience was different in the past.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
really, my one struggle with therapy was getting the insurance approved.
girl.
And that was like, and then it was not only getting the insurance approved, it was like the authorization papers. It was explaining why I wanted to have a therapist to sign. I'm deaf, bottom line.
Making things fun.
Asking,
Yeah.
asking all these questions. I can't
Right.
hear, period.
Right.
Period.
Why they
I
don't
want a therapist.
understand? Why they
I
don't
want a
understand us? Why they don't understand? I don't understand.
therapist. I want a
So what?
therapist that signs. I can't
So
hear.
what?
That's it. Period. Bottom line.
Work.
It don't. It's done. I need. That's it. And I remember when I talked with the hearing doctor therapist on Zoom with captions, he was like, "Well, can you explain what you mean by we're literally using captions, bro? It speaks for itself, literally on the screen."
It's the common sense sometimes for me that be lacking in other people. I digress. I digress.
Yeah, now I started my first therapy session, and one thing I have to say with the deaf community is we're having more and more um organizations or more and
Yeah.
more resources for deaf therapists. There's more than one,
Gotta keep it
more
going.
than one.
Keep it going.
So yes, so use them, check with the insurance, fight with your insurance if you have to prove to them that you're deaf. Do that. And I know it's annoying.
It
It's
sucks.
annoying.
It sucks.
And it is honestly why I put it on hold, hold for so long. Because I couldn't afford, broke that.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
But now I have good insurance and it's great.
And you are doing it, and that is like you're starting on a journey that I feel will probably, hopefully, like produce positive experiences, results, ideas, tools, support, whatever, because this thing called life is really
Mm,
hard.
it's
There's
hard.
no, there's no, you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
no like exact road,
no.
road map. Mm-mm.
No, we all have different things that we believe in, that we look to for guidance. If you are a Christian, then you're looking to God in like the Bible and things like that and prayer. If you're not and you're into like spirituality, you have other things. All of us are trying to figure out this thing called life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I want to say this for people who are in their 30s watching this episode. You don't have to have it figured out in your
We don't
30s.
have the answers.
Mm-mm.
So we are taking the test with you and we don't have the answers.
Mm-mm. I
You
don't
know what I
have the
mean?
cheat codes. I
No.
don't. I
No.
don't.
No.
Mm.
Same. I wish I did. If I did,
I
I
do too.
did.
I do too. Too. I'm like,
You know what I'm saying? There's some things that I've experienced that I've been there, done that, and I can look back. I may have failed that part, and so I can tell you, like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can give you advice or maybe like point out some resources or whatever, and you vice versa can do that for me. And I think that's the beautiful thing about our human experience, like information sharing and just like
let's
that.
not
And we
gatekeep
can do
over
that.
here.
That, but yeah,
Yes.
we don't have the answers.
Mm-mm.
Nobody has answers.
Mm-mm.
I believe that God does, but that's my beliefs. You know, other people have different beliefs. But you know what I'm saying? Like, don't give up. That's mine. If I had to leave you with one thing, like it is real. It is very real.
Yeah.
You're not tripping. It's not, please don't feel like it's real. It exists. I know what you're talking about. Been there, done that. It don't
It,
last forever.
yeah. It needs to stop following me. I didn't invite you. Please leave. You're not the homie. You are not the homie. Mm-mm. I
We
don't
don't like
claim.
it.
We
We
don't
don't like
claim.
it. We
Mm-mm.
despise it. We do.
Mm-mm.
And
Please leave.
we're gonna do whatever we can to like get rid of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So,
So you know what I think we should do with the audience one day?
what?
Maybe do like a virtual vision board. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
really cute, actually. I really
Yeah.
like that. We gotta figure out like logistics and how we can do that, but I really like that. I think that's an
Mm.
amazing idea.
So we can let go of if you're feeling like you have it, if you're feeling like you have goals you're not being able to meet, if you're
Yeah.
feeling like ick
Yeah.
with yourself, and you're like,
Yeah.
why am I not meeting these goals? Let's do a vision board.
Let's
Yeah.
get on our stuff, baby.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I
time.
mean?
Yeah.
This is something I told my therapist. I was like, you know how people are very cliche and they say new year, new me.
Yeah.
I wanna put that into action. Like, yes, new year, new me, but I want to have a plan laid out and ready
Yeah.
to follow, to guide. So
True.
I think
I don't need a new year. You can start right now today. You can start tomorrow. You don't need a new year. We're a few months from 2025.
I
So
feel
like,
you.
you know what I'm
So
saying?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you, girl. I
Yeah.
think this is like a really good way to like wrap up and tie it in a bow. And mhm.
It's your present. There you go.
Yes. So if any of you are struggling with it, tell them. Respectfully,
You gotta
disrespectfully,
go. You gotta
cuss them out
go.
if you need, bye.
Journal, color, pray, therapy, write, walk, all of the things that you can and need to do. Like you said, positive outlets, find them. And these are not the only things, but like, don't let this list limit you. It's just some of the things that we've experienced and done or
So,
are actively doing. So, yeah.
so I think till next time.
Bye.